And I have the great honor of honoring one of those amazing leaders, my homie, my friend, my brother, Marshan Allen. Marshan is being awarded the prestigious Grace Warren Award. As some of you may remember, Grace Warren's son was sentenced to life without parole when he was 17 years old. And she was someone who not only advocated for him, but other kids in the country. She was someone who I knew personally, and I would highly encourage everyone to get your programs to learn more about her. She would be proud that Marshan is being honored today. So I just want to raise that up and recognizing that she's exactly the spirit, the legacy that you are following. And thank you for that, Marshan. As we celebrate 10 years of the campaign Fair Sentencing with Youth, I am mindful of what Marshan's life was like long ago. 10 years ago, Marshan was already 17 years into a life without parole sentence that was handed down to him when he was 15 years old. By that time, he had already been locked up longer than the age he had been at the time of his offense. 10 years ago, prior to Grand Prix, Florida, and Montgomery, Alabama, Marshan virtually had no tangible reason to believe that he would ever be free. Yet, if you look at all that he had accomplished up to that point, and from that point forward, you never would have known he was serving a death in prison sentence. 10 years ago, in 2009, Marshan had just graduated with honors from business management class, and had also earned a basic and advanced certificate in computer technology from Lakeland College, while at Western Correctional Center. That same year, despite his life without parole sentence, he was offered a position as a teacher's assistant in that very same business management class. Soon after, Marshan earned his associate's degree from Lakeland College and was asked to join as a teacher's aide in a computer technology class. So I hope you all are catching a little theme here. See a theme? The theme really is that when Marshan's in your presence, you cannot escape his light. And for some reason, you just don't want him to go away. And I think that's the mighty power that he carries with him. He's always carried with him. The fact that they locked him up and tried to throw him away was really antithetical to who he really was inside. And therefore, never truly stopped the light that shined within him. They tried to discard him forever, but yet that light continues to shine, even beyond prison bars. After his sentencing hearing in 2016, Marshan was released from prison. Today, we are most thankful to experience his life. In just 3 years, Marshan has earned a lifetime's worth of accomplishments. He has worked for Coke Consulting as an analyst, for Starbucks as a barista, then quickly moved up to shift supervisor and being awarded Starbucks' most coveted Partner of the Quarter award. After he nailed that job, he started a new position with Restored Justice Foundation, where he now leads youth sentencing reforms across the state, ensuring that kids are treated in an age-appropriate, racially equitable, and trauma-informed way. Marshan, my brother, you are more than worthy of this recognition. In my imagination, I can picture Grace Warren herself walking up to you, embracing you, and telling you how proud she is of you. We love you, we're proud of you, and we hope you never forget this moment. We love you, man.
Proud of you, man.
Okay.
We love you.
Love you all too. Thank you, Xavier, for your kind words. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight, for supporting the campaign, and for helping me and the rest of the ICAN members and the other 500 individuals around the country who have come home. It is such an honor to be here tonight and to be this year's recipients of the CFSY Grace Warren Award. I am truly grateful that Jody and the campaign, an organization I absolutely love,
and hold in such high regard has chosen me for this award. I first learned about the campaign while I was still serving life without parole. At the time, there were very few organizations focused specifically on abolishing life without parole for people like me who made irresponsible decisions as a child. It has been 10 years since the campaign was formed, and since that time, the campaign has transformed itself from a national organization dedicated to ending extreme sentencing practice for children to a national movement that also focuses on caring and uplifting directly impacted people. I cannot express how privileged I am to be a part of this movement. Almost immediately after my release from prison in December 2016, I was advised to become a member of the campaign family. Since that time, I've had the great pleasure of serving as an ICAN member, an ICAN regional connector, and as a member of the campaign's board. Through these roles, I've become a more effective leader and advocate. The campaign and ICAN have amplified my voice, allowing me to share my story and have a meaningful impact on people's lives. This is why we all do this work. Because it's necessary, because people's lives are at stake, and because without dedicated organizations like the campaign, visionary leaders like Jody, and the compassionate and generous people like you, no one else would. Without your support, my fellow ICAN members and I would not be here. I really want that to sink in, that we would not be here. When we were locked in those cages, no one cared about us or wanted us to be here, especially the states that we're in. And while we owe all of you a wealth of thanks and gratitude for helping us to be reunited with our families and have a chance to lead positive, productive lives as free citizens, our work is not yet done. For those of you who were given extreme sentences as a child, please raise your hand. Keep your hand raised if there is someone you left behind in prison who is just as deserving or more to be standing right next to you. To everyone else, please raise your hand if you have a loved one or someone you know who is currently serving an extreme sentence as a child and deserves to have their freedom restored. As you can see, our work is far from over. All over this country, there are still thousands of people who, just like my fellow ICAN members and I, were told as children they deserve nothing more than to die in a cage. In fact, because of the current political environment, the work of the campaign has become more challenging and necessary. We can no longer count on the U.S. Supreme Court, which has been a much needed ally, and whose rulings has been a catalyst for much of the change that has taken place over the past several years. This shift has made the campaign involved in state-level advocacy more important. It has also made it extremely important for ICAN members to continue to be positive examples of change and to continue to work to dismantle the negative narrative used to justify the extreme sentences we receive as children. Yes, our work is far from over, but what we have accomplished together has made a difference in hundreds of people's lives. As of today, 27 states and District of Columbia now prohibit the use or do not use life without parole as children. Just think, if we have made this much progress in just 10 years, just think what we can do in 15, 20, or even 30 years. So let's roll up our sleeves. So let's roll up our sleeves and continue this journey with more dedication than ever. In closing, I would like to thank Jody, the campaign, ICAN, and all the people who believed in and helped me along the way, including my incredible boss and friend, Jody Case, who just went home, she's sick, who took a chance on hiring me and for allowing me to be a part of Restore Justice, a wonderful organization doing similar work in Illinois. I also want to thank my lovely wife, Tamara, for her continued love and support, and for being so understanding when I must go away because duty calls. And finally,
that's right. That's right.
We love you, Marshan.
I want to dedicate this award to my older brother, James, who is no longer with us, to Elroy Gaskin and to Jerome Newberry, two people who did not deserve to have their lives taken from them, to my ICAN family, some of whom are more deserving of this honor than I, and last but not least, to all the people who are still serving extreme sentences as children. No child is born bad,
That's right, bro.
and no child should ever be told they're worth nothing more than to die alone in a prison cell.
That's right.
Thank you.